Ian, what have you bought?
What I bought is a butcher shop, and this is the apartment, which is 2 floors. It only took about 2 days to negotiate it. Everybody who watches this will know the Falls Road is famous.
Yeah.
But today it's famous for a different reason.
A source of commercial income that will sustain the family business and build a legacy.
From 170 in, 320 end value. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Property Investing with Abby. I'm here today in Belfast with property investor Ian Jackson, and we're at his newest commercial acquisition. Ian, what have you bought?
What I bought is a butcher shop, and this is the apartment, which is 2 floors. Managed to split the title so that we'll have 1 bed and a 2 bed in apartments, and then we have the butcher shop, which is commercial of course, and we've it leased out for 10 years on a new 10-year lease at 11,700 a year.
Amazing. So we've got a mixed use development here. We've got a shop in the bottom, and you've got 1 upper, but you're going to split it into 2 uppers.
Yes, that's right.
Absolutely brilliant. What did you buy it for?
150.
And how did you get it for that price?
Marketing and dealing with vendors directly.
So off market
Off
completely.
market. Completely
Did it
off
take
market.
long to negotiate it, or?
It only took about 2 days to negotiate it.
And how did you renegotiate the lease to extend the lease?
We just talked to the butcher, and his father started here. So he's this
wow.
shop and another one, so he wants to keep this shop on.
How much will it cost you to convert this into 2 apartments?
20.
20. So that's 170 in. What will it be worth with the 2 apartments and the new lease?
2 apartments will be worth 220 for the pair.
220 for the pair.
The lease is going to be worth around about 100.
From 170 in, 320 end value. Oh my gosh. What will this make you per year? What sort of income are we looking at?
Well, the shop will be 11,700, and when we get the 2 apartments upgraded and the planning and all passed, they'll bring in about 21,200 between them.
Wow. So that's nearly 33,000
that's right.
for the whole thing,
Yeah.
with a GDV of 320.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. And why did you pick this area?
Well, this is the Falls Road, which everybody who watches this will know the Falls Road is famous.
Yeah.
But today it's famous for a different reason. And
Yeah.
we've got lovely rolling hills over here,
Yeah.
and the Falls Road Park.
And what sort of tenants do you think you're going to get in these apartments?
It's difficult to say. They may well be fashionable because it's about a 10-minute walk into the city centre. And the other big thing is we've got what we call the glider now, which is a bus route that runs from about 2 miles out there into the city centre, and it's got the bus lanes and all for it, so it's a quick way to get into town, and it's very, very utilised now.
Well done, Ian. This is an absolutely cracking deal. I cannot wait to see what you do with your 2 apartments. So this is Ian's son, Matthew, and Matthew's joined the family business in property. So I'm wanting to find out from Matthew what he did before property and why he decided to join the family property business. So Matthew, what were you doing before property?
Yeah, so I was actually in university just the year before I got into working with Dad. I was training to become a primary school teacher, and I had completed my degree. However, in the middle of my final teaching practice, you do 4 years over here, so my 4th teaching practice, COVID came. That basically meant that our teaching practice was cut short, and everyone was sent home, and so that led me into joining the family business.
And what's your number 1 role in the family business?
My number 1 role would be more towards the sort of finance end, so making sure that accounts stack up, trying to find out where money is, why money's not here, why money is there, why all that sort of. I would also be in charge of sort of contacting people to offer on properties and to then go out and see people.
What sort of property deals have you been doing since you joined?
When I first joined, we were mostly doing buying below market value, then holding them, or there was a couple of flips that we did as well. Since sort of the start of middle of 2023 or so, from watching some of Paul's stuff on the vault, I guess I would call it, where he was talking about mixed use, resi and commercial. We've actually started to go more into commercial and residential upstairs, trying to bring value to the residential upstairs to then keep the commercial downstairs for free.
Yes. What are the big plans for you with the property business?
The big plans for us is to try and find a source of commercial income that will sustain the family business and build a legacy really for the future. Something that's cumbersome that you look at it every month, you're thinking, oh, I have to do this, that and the other. But you're just looking, okay, money's come in, money's going out everything balances okay, and then you move on to the next month.
Yeah. And for those of you that are watching and thinking, why is that different with commercial? Commercial tenants stay in for longer. You're talking 10, 15 years FRI leases, no voids, no maintenance, because the commercial tenant does it all. The commercial tenant even insures the building. You do the initial work at the start, and then you just sit back while you just get the money in every month, which is great. And that's why a lot of people quite like commercial. But where you've gone right is you've watched the training, you understand how to do it, so you can literally excel at it. We're here to look at his newest purchase today. He's signed the papers this morning, which is exciting. And here it is. Ian, will you explain to everybody what it is?
Yes, it's two shops. You can see this door in the middle of the black shutters behind me, and there's a shop at each side. And then upstairs, there's one. At the moment, there's only one apartment, but it's 3,000 square feet.
Wow.
So we have to go for planning permission here in Northern Ireland. We're not allowed to go ahead and permit development. So we'll definitely get 2 apartments. Whether we'll be able to get maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure just yet.
So how much did you buy it for?
210.
What will each shop be worth once you've got rented them out?
7,000 to 8,000 a year. The apartments will be worth about 150 each. Rental-wise, the rental's very, very strong here. The apartments would rent for around 950 each.
So that's 300,000 worth of value on the top.
Yes.
And then what do you think a commercial surveyor will value the bottom for?
We expect there'll be at least 75,000, 80,000 each.
The whole deal will be worth 450,000 once it's fully done. And how much do you think you'll be spending on converting the 2 apartments?
I would say it's going to be 50-ish.
210 to buy, 50-ish we're thinking before the architect comes back. So that takes us to 270 with an NGDV, which is a conservative estimate of minimum 450. And what sort of tenant do you think, commercial tenant do you think will be here?
It'll be a shop really good for like a hairdressers or something like that, you know, or a barbers, or I think there was somebody in before who had a small business, you know, and just wanted as an office to work out from.
So it's in a great location, cracking buy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What would be your best advice to people wanting to come to Northern Ireland and invest?
Oh, that would be, you need to be very careful because they don't know the ropes. Make sure if you come to Northern Ireland, you're with somebody who is here.
Yeah.
Because the country's only 1.5 million population. Especially when the property here is cheaper in some areas and than others, you know, you wouldn't understand the reasons why.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know the rent.
So anyone coming to Northern Ireland, it's come and get help, come and get advice, join a property networking event and make sure you know what you're doing before you go out there and start buying. So a huge thank you to Matthew and Ian and allowing us to see some of their commercial portfolio. Commercial, like something behind me, a hotel, is a great investment. You get long-term tenants, you don't get any of the buy-to-let hassle, but you need to know what you're doing. You need to know how to find them, how to fund them, how to do the leases. If you want to get more information, if you want to learn more about commercial, then click below and join us on our Wealth Through Property 2-day award-winning seminar.